Assalamu alaikum, dear audience. This is Sanobar Sultan, and here I am with another video on Sanobar's world. Today, the topic of the discussion is rather a rhetorical question titled, "Where do the weak go?" And for this title, it is actually referred to the ongoing Palestinian crisis as we enter January 2024. And I would like to begin this discussion by an anecdote from history where there once lived a King Solomon, or as he is known in the East as Suleiman, who could also talk to animals and birds. One fine day, the king's troops marched ahead, but there lay an ant's nest on the ground. One of the ants, hearing the caravan, feared for its fellow ants and rushed towards them to tell them to enter your dwelling so you may not be crushed by King Solomon's caravan. So King Solomon actually heard the ant and benevolently decided to move his caravan to not crush the ant's nest. Now, why I've shared this anecdote regarding the hugely power disparity between a king and an ant is to refer it as an analogy to the ongoing crisis, where the desert bleeds with human blood while troops march across the land to gain further land for one race over the extermination of another race. Humans who, when given authority, display a bloodbath against the weak, the casualties in thousands. Now, while the international order, claiming to be based on the evolved evolutionary principles of humanity, plays deaf to the cries of, well, human beings who are to be trampled as ants and insects? Is the blessing of authority without the characteristic of benevolence even worthy of being a tamed animal, let alone a human being? While the innocent blood spills in the land of Palestine, what moral authority does the international order have to preach regarding their civilizational mission to turn the people from the global south, who perhaps are considered as Neanderthals, into becoming what? What is being displayed now is the most abhorrent, hypocritical, self-delusional, and hated people at this moment, while the majority of the ants down on the ground, and by that I mean civilians and citizens of this planet, show more courage in voicing their opinion than the people who are actually in charge in the region and the stakeholders involved in the Palestinian conflict, and who are unable to even enforce a ceasefire, let alone an end to this rampage. Looks like South Africa has shown more courage by approaching the International Court of Justice, which although has no binding authority, but it's more than the stakeholders involved in the conflict. Which one of these stakeholders should the weak Palestinian community look up to and hope that they could be a benevolent authority to human beings as King Solomon was to the ants? That was my input, and with the hope that the ongoing crisis can reach a resolution soon. Thank you, dear audience, for watching my videos, and you can watch my other videos on Sanoba's World. Bye bye.